Hey everyone. Hey y'all, it's me again, Kira from DE. Today I am working on labels. So right now I've already designed them. What I'm doing is printing and then cutting. And I'm gonna use this sticker paper for this particular project. Normally I would use vinyl for like a bottle label, but for this one it was sort of a rush order, and that's what they preferred, more of a sticker versus vinyl, so that's what we're going with. The difference between the two is a sticker, it's basically self-explanatory. You're sticking that sticker onto a bottle, and it's not going to be removable or anything like that, versus with vinyl you're doing it letter by letter or image by image. So yeah, but so what I'm doing is printing and then cutting. So on my Cricut I have a print then cut option, and I'm going to be doing about 3 sheets of these. It's about 14 labels. So let's see, I'm going to send this image to the printer for it to print. I'm going to remove the bleed. It just works out better for me if I don't add a bleed to that print. Now it's preparing, and I'm going to send it off. So now, as you can see, it's going off to the printer with this prompt in the bottom right hand corner. It's going to begin to print shortly. Once it does print out, then I'm going to move the print over to my Cricut machine and go ahead and cut it out. But I'll move the camera so you guys can see that part. But this is pretty much it. This is pretty much it when it comes to like making stickers and whatnot, labels, and that sort of thing. It's fairly easy once you get the hang of it. You just flow with it. So as you can see, I went on the computer and I set the material. I'm sure you could see that. I guess not. I set the material for this particular project, which is the printable sticker paper with white, gray. Actually, it's the white printable sticker paper with gray liner. The reason that I picked the one with gray liner is because this one doesn't really have a liner, so that's the closest that I could get to that. But this is pretty much it. Now I'm wondering though, looking at these prints, if this is too close together, this part right here. It's supposed to be a straight line cut, so I'm wondering if it's gonna cut correctly. But this is what we have. This gray for the 60th, I thought that was gray, like a light gray, but it looks more of like a light blue. This blue is fine. I wish it was a tad bit darker, but it's okay. So now once we do that, we transfer over to our Cricut machine. So I'm going to move the camera. Okay, so as you can see, I have the print here on the cutting mat for my Cricut machine. Right now it's on standby, so there's a little beep noise going along with this light, letting me know to go back to the computer and put in those last minute steps or last minute information into the system so it can send it over to cut. So that's what it looks like before. This is the screen for the setup that it's waiting on. So right now I have it as a default pressure. I'm gonna leave it as default right now. I could go with like more pressure or less pressure, but I'm gonna go with default for this one. Now what it's looking for me to do is to press this button so the mat will load in. So it loads in, it gets into position, and then you come back over here. There's some last minute edits here. So it's asking, you know, the tools and material that's loaded would need to be a fine point blade, which we do have that loaded. And then I have the option of doing fast mode, which I'm going to do because I'm sort of in a hurry. So it's going to cut faster. And then it's asking me to go back and press the flashing go button over here on my Cricut machine. So that's what I'm going to push. Right now it's scanning. So with stickers and really any print to cut option for the Cricut machine, it's gonna look for these sensors, which would be these black lines right here that's shaped like an L. It's looking for that to make sure that the sticker paper is aligned to how the print is set up in the system. If not, then it's not gonna know what shapes to print. It's not gonna know what direction, how many passes to go through or anything like that. It has a light on it, so it's sensing the sensors now. Okay, once we hear that, we know we're good to cut. So it's gonna automatically start cutting. Which is wrong. Let's stop this. So in order for me to stop it, I press pause. And then I'm gonna ask for it to come out. What it's doing wrong is it's cutting out each individual letter and everything for that particular cut, which is what I did not want. I wanted it to cut in a rectangular shape. So I'm gonna come back over here. I'm gonna click on cancel. Let me move all of my stuff out of the way. I'm gonna click on cancel and click on yes. Do I really want to cancel? And then click cancel down here at the bottom. And now we're back to here. What I want it to do is to actually print out each one of these. Print it out and then cut it out. So I am gonna actually undo that. And then come up here to this one. See how each individual one is print, then cut? What I need to do is collapse all of these layers into one and then do print and cut. So that was my first mistake. So give me a minute. I'm gonna do all 14 and I'll be right back. Oh, I forgot to show you guys how you flatten a layer. Firstly, I have layers that have layers inside of that particular layer group. So for this one, there's a background, there's the lettering that's on top. I placed that all into one group so I'll know who's who. And then I attached it to the board. So once I go to cut it, it's not moving my parts around to cut it. It's keeping everything in this one rectangle. But to flatten, the additional step would be for me to click on this layer, this group, which would be this one over here, right click, and then click on flatten. And from there, as you can see, it flattened that layer. I don't have to worry about different parts. It says print, then cut. So it's just gonna print and then cut that one layer. And that's how you pretty much do it. Okay, so we're back again. We're gonna try this again, which means I have to print another sheet. So as you can see, that's how I end up wasting a lot of material. The whole trial and error period where I'm printing things off, making sure they're straight, they're aligned correctly, and then I'll find a mistake and I'll have to reprint it. So yeah, I'm working on that. You know, how to recycle and, you know, using products that didn't work originally from one project to another project just to save. So yeah. But let's see, let's click on done. I sent it to the printer, so I'm waiting on it to go through. While that's doing that, I'm gonna set our material again, which is this white printable sticker paper, gray liner. As you can see, there are other options, like you have green line sticker paper, and then you have the clear sticker paper. So, and then of course you have sticky notes as well. So a lot of things you can do with this Cricut. I really like my Cricut. I'll probably invest into a second one at a later time, but here is the new print. All right, I'm going to remove this old one and add this one to it, so give me a moment. Okay, so it's looking for the censor marks again. We're gonna let it do its thing. I don't know if I put it as a double cut. I'll have to do another video tutorial on how you can set the Cricut machine to automatically double cut, which means it's automatically doing die cutting. If you don't set it to double cutting, it's not a bad thing. The only thing you would have to do is it'll make one pass of cuts, and then you'll have to put it right back into the Cricut machine to do the second pass. Yep, it's on double cutting, so it's doing it for me. And as you can see, it's cutting out those rectangles. The reason I wanted this to be rectangles versus like each individual letter is because these are actually going on champagne bottles. So it would be a lot of work putting each individual letter or really die cutting that particular font. So I figured it would be better with just the rectangle. She can easily apply those to the bottle. Now, once any cutting is done, you would come back up here and click the unload button to unload it from the machine. They're in nice rectangles. I don't see like any overlapping of text or anything. These actually came out good. So what I'm gonna do is peel this part, and as you can see, voila. It's not like you're peeling it off of a sheet. You're gonna have each individual one to peel the back off of them and place them on the bottle, and it should be good to go. So I'm gonna do the rest and I'll be right back. It's not like you're peeling it off of a sheet. You're gonna have each individual one to peel the back off of them and place them on the bottle, and it should be good to go. So I'm gonna do the rest and I'll be right back. So I had an empty bottle that I wanted to test out a label on, so I printed out an extra one and attached it here. Of course, it's not a clean application that I would want for a bottle, but it gave me an idea of how big they are versus how little they are, how it would show up. And it looks pretty good to be, you know, a bottle label. So I didn't do the ones that wrap around though. There are some labels that wrap all the way around, you know, the entire bottle. I didn't do that one. But I think this is good. I'm going to show it to my client, give her the finals and see how they look from there.